Hey everybody, it's Greg Schwem. When I am not out crashing pads, I am talking to people about crashing pads, or maybe inviting myself to crash them via a live stream. What you're about to see is a condensed version of A Comedian Crashes Your Pad, the talk show. I do these live streams on a regular basis, and if you would like to know when the next one is, make sure you hit the subscribe button right down below. And now, please meet Nashville singer-songwriter Lacy Younger.
Hello.
Hi, Lacy.
Hey.
How are you?
Come on in.
Thank you so much.
You're
Pleasure
welcome.
to be here. Great to be in Nashville.
It's my pleasure to have you here.
By the way, backstage door. Did you steal this from somebody?
Didn't. No, I got this at some thrift vintage shop where you had to dig through stuff. I love stores like that.
Have you ever written anything that's just amazing here? Or?
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I know a guy. His name is Greg. He's a comedian. I'm not pulling your leg. He's gonna crash my pad. I'm gonna let him in. If he ain't funny, I'll kick him out again.
And that was just done completely off the cuff, which is kind of the way I like all the episodes to go. There's no scripting involved in these. We just go ahead and we do it, right?
That. I love it live. It's the most fun. You never know what's going to pop out of someone's mouth. And by the way, you said we're keeping it clean, so
Yep. I told you that a year ago too, didn't I? Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
Now you got to tell me though. As I said, you have two pads. One in Nashville. You are currently at the writer's pad in San Diego. By the way, that clip that we showed of you, where was that? Where were you on stage? Were you in San Diego?
Oh, that was at Humphreys on Shelter Island. It's a beautiful venue. It's outdoor. It seats like 2,500, I think. And then on one side, the bay and the inlet's right there, and all the boats can come up and kind of.
That sounds great. I've never been over there. You know, it's weird. Every time I go to San Diego, probably the last 5 times I've gone has always been for a corporate gig, to do a corporate comedy gig. And they always tell me the same thing. I always usually show up the night before because it's a West Coast gig. And they say, hey, if you want to come to our opening night party, it's going to be really cool. And I know exactly what they're going to say. And I don't say it to them. But what they're going to say is it's on the aircraft carrier.
Oh, yeah.
Right? For those of you who've never been to San Diego, they have this aircraft carrier that's parked in the harbor, right? And you can not only tour it, but you can rent it out for private parties. And I have been on that thing probably 7 or 8 times.
Yeah,
and,
pretty cool track up there.
Have you ever performed on there?
No, I was going to. I was setting something up, in fact, just prior to the pandemic, and that kind of got kiboshed.
Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing how many stories end with either just prior to the pandemic or and then COVID hit? I remember when I was interviewing you and I asked you what was the coolest venue you ever played. You said it was Arlington Racetrack, and I went, in Arlington Heights, Illinois? And you went, yes, and that is where I grew up. I grew up in Arlington Heights, Illinois, and my very first concert when I was 8 years old, my parents took me to see Glenn Campbell. Don't turn off the stream, you guys. I shouldn't have even mentioned that. Glenn Campbell at Arlington Park Racetrack, and then you played there. So right there, we bonded and we talked for like another 30 minutes. But do you find, so have you hosted jam sessions?
Yes. I mean, in Nashville, even here, but in Nashville, I've had a lot of people come over, friends, and we record. Sometimes we just get together and play.
How does a girl looking to invent a new genre get into home sharing?
I've always had, I had a couple properties here in San Diego, and been managed them myself, and I kind of wanted to venture out. And in Nashville, I've been going there for many, many years, working back and forth. And I always said I was going to buy something there. And so it just seemed like the next thing to do. I told somebody that I had here, and it just ended up being a really good move for me. And I enjoy it a lot. And So I came up with that idea to offer instruments, and set it up so if someone shows up, they don't have to lug everything. And I wanted to buy something near Music Row and downtown so they could be just like a couple miles from Music Row and go record and go back and forth. And that was the idea behind it. And then I realized I want to have one I want to have one in England. I don't want to have one in the mountains. I'm going to keep on going.
Right. Now, I got a question for you. And, you're the second musician I stayed with. I actually stayed with a family of musicians. I didn't know they were a musical family. I knew they took in musicians. This was in San Antonio. If you want to see that episode, you can go over here. And that's a shorter episode. You can also see that on my YouTube channel right there. Family of musicians from San Antonio. And again, I had no idea. Next thing you know, I was there for about an hour. Next thing you know, we were out on the front porch drinking beer, and they were having a jam session, and it was just so much fun. Now, I got to ask this because I always wonder this when I show up. I've never met the people before. This is for anybody who home shares or anybody who wants to use a home share. Are you nervous when you open the door because you don't know these people?
Guess what? I'm not nervous. And the only person I personally open the door to is you.
What does everybody else do?
I'm not nervous because I'm so OCD. I'm afraid if I'm there and I greet people, I'm going to show them how to turn every knob and how not to mess up the refrigerator and so I need to bow out prior to them even arriving. And I just leave instructions. And then I'm available 24/7 if something goes wrong and they can text or call me. That's how I operate.
All right. I got one more clip I want to play. I don't think I played this one yet. So let's take one more look. And then I want to talk about your new project. So hang on here.
Waiting so long for that rain. I've been praying for rain. Come on, I keep praying for rain. It's coming down, coming down, coming down. Oh yeah, come on, show me you leaving and I'll show you a drive.
There you go. See, I put the praying for rain comment back out there. So there you go. All right. Now, okay. So you're an artist, you're a songwriter, you're a musician, you have two properties, and yet they're like all of a sudden you said, gee, my days are not full enough. I think I can take on another completely different project, which is what?
Yeah, what? Which is what? I do a lot of what.
Yes. No. What is that you said, make sure you mention my
books. Here's my little children's book. It's called Cake. And Cake was our cat. I have a habit of eating my animals' food because I'm a food lover. But I wrote this book was written for 10 years before I ever published it. So I have like 3 children's books. That's how long things, ruminate in here before they actually manifest sometimes. But this book is just for age, newborn to, I would say, 11.
Lacy, it was great to see you.
It was
all right.
Thanks
I mean, I hate the fact that we can't do this in person again, but I'm glad I got to meet you. I'm sorry I didn't get to do the entire episode and have everything, because I'm sure you were going to cook me just a delicious Nashville breakfast, right? The next morning.
You know it. You can do it another
Here's where the connection gets bad, right? But who knows? Maybe when things we're on our way back, and I would love to come back and see you again. So,
I hope you do.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks. Great seeing you. And put all your information up there. And everybody, make sure you can go and you can download Lacy's music as well. Great seeing you. Take care.
See you, Greg.